Hello, everybody. Today is the 1st of February, and happy February to all of us. So, as usual, we're going to tell the pain story. This pain story has changed a lot of people's life and shed light into why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So, are you ready? Let's get started, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use the pen for? To write. Now there's a dog inside the room. I'm gonna wave this in the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sleep, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is corrupt, the dog or the human? The answer is both are corrupt. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, while for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is corrupt in the dog when the human is also corrupt in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are corrupt. Now let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm gonna put this thing on the table, and then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room there be no human, no dog. What does this thing become then? It is still a pen or a chewing toy. Or it becomes almost nothing, and the ancient wisdom calls this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life, just like Hishino Kurosh applied the emptiness into his business. I was able to build a business with a revenue of $250 million a year. He is also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? So this technically on the table when there is no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, it come back to a true self. So, and we call that one the emptiness. So the emptiness is not blackness, it's not darkness, it's not nothingness, or no feeling, no thinking. The emptiness is just itself when it doesn't interact with anything. Just like us, when we doesn't interact with anyone, we all possess the emptiness. But then come back to the pen story, okay? So now, when I come back to the room and I look at this, it becomes a pen. So from the emptiness, now it's become a pen. And then as soon as the dog comes back to the room and the dog looks at this, what does this thing become? Well, become a chewing toy, right? So from the emptiness, now it become a chewing toy, right? But then, as soon as both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time, and we both look at this at this very same time, and this one become, then what does this thing become? Is it still nothing? Is it just a pen? Is it just a chewing toy? Oh, it becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing, when it doesn't interact with anyone, right? It come back to truth and we call it the emptiness. But because it has the emptiness, it also has the potential of become anyone, anything. And that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is the pen itself in the dog or anything in this entire universe, we have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree that this pen is coming from the mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to believe this will become a diamond, okay? So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are certain inside our mind that the ancient wisdom calls karma. When we see something that sits inside our heart, we open up and cover this and made it see it for what had been planted already into our mind. So who planted those seed into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into your mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways: by our word, by our action, by our thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this palm open up and both me and my friend see it, and it's totally remark in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has already planted into my mind. And I pop open and then cover this and made me see it for what had been planted already into my mind, which is a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen, and the things around us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over four different lessons. The first lesson is both are corrupt, so we learn to respect each other's opinion. We learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of everyone and everything around you, and trust the potential of whatever happened to you. Don't blame it. And then lesson number three is that everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So we be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us, and we don't blame anyone because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into all right, so that is our third lesson. And the fourth lesson is how to create or manifest those, manifest our dream into a real our dream become a reality in a very certain but still very peaceful way. So first we have to know what we want for our dream life first, right? Using lesson number two, the emptiness and the potential. And then after that, we start planting the seed using our word of action or thoughts to other people. So for instance, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna say that so if we want to have happiness, then we start planting the happiness seed using our word or action or thoughts to other people, helping other people to be happier. If we want to have prosperity, then we use our word or action or thoughts to other people, helping other people to be more prosperous. If we want to have, if we want to have wisdom, then use our word or action or thoughts to other people, helping other people to be wiser. And just like that, whatever that we want, making sure that we use our word or action or thoughts with other people, helping other people to get that very same thing. And the lesson that I would like to share with you all today is that, if you notice, while telling the pain story, there are a certain part that I actually like just carry on to something else. But then fortunately I can swiftly going back to the pain story, and I noticed that sometimes when you were telling the pain story, but your mind going to somewhere, or just for a split of second, sometimes you just work as a habit. And I think that happened a lot to the pain story or something that recently I've been noticed that there are some, as I was sharing with you all the work, there's something in work that has been occupying my mind. So I keep thinking about it days and nights. It's really affecting my life. And I think that, and I'm still trying to figure out a way to resolve it, you know, um, to get it. But then it's still in my mind, and then there's a lot of things that we're thinking whether it's coming from me or it's coming from like so what did I do previously to create this, and how I would be able to resolve this in a better way. And this is something that I've been in my mind a lot. But I also noticed that I am not very positive. I'm not very positive. I'm actually keep thinking about the problem rather than resolving the problem or how to resolve the problem. So that is something that will impact everything in my life. So just I hope that I be able to be mindful, into everything that I do, so that would be able to, so that slowly I'd be able to resolve the problem. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me today. Thank you, Anu, for coming with me 3,000 day journey and invite me sharing with you the pain story of my lesson is the gut. I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my coworkers, to my neighbors, and to the friends, my friends with a father that that is suffering cancer right now. That we will be able to find this world, be somehow able to find peace. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.